Okay, so let's quickly break down what happened in the race yesterday. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I posted that I pretty much got destroyed in the race. Too long didn't read version is got to the start line, heart rate started spiking pretty early, and by 4K I was pretty much done. And I was trying to actually DNF and quit the race because I was literally just done and had nothing left. Ended up running at I think average of 7 minutes and 30 kilometer pace, which is like 2.5 or more hours, because I was literally walking for the whole race after 4K because I was literally cooked and my cardio was just going crazy. So let's quickly break down what happened. So on first day, did my last track session. Heart rate was good. Was well rested, and the session wasn't that intense. My watch said I needed like about 20 hours at most to recover, which is pretty typical of a session that isn't that hard. Did half marathon pace for a couple of K just to find some rhythm, and my heart rate was like at 155ish. And so just to put things in perspective, in general, after doing my heart rate test, if I do a half marathon, my heart rate needs to stay like below 165ish, give or take, for a full 2-hour run. And for a full marathon, like 162ish or below. And for if I'm doing an all-out-ish run, I need to keep it below like 172ish, 173ish. Otherwise, like if I was running 5K and trying to go all out, and it goes above that, then my body's gonna start tanking. So rested pretty well up until Saturday. Like made sure left the house at 12 o'clock on Saturday, but unfortunately on the way to the station, my ankle flared up for some weird reason. Ended up having to figure out, okay, I can either go back home or go to the station or like call a taxi or whatever. But then I realized my gym's close by, so I made it to the gym, did a bunch of stretching, and the ankle kind of felt okay, like felt well enough to walk on it. But it was still throbbing. I'm guessing because of the blood flow and the inflammation. So I was on the train and I could kind of feel it throbbing. It didn't hurt, but you can just feel the blood flow, trying to fix the issue or whatever's going on in the ankle. Got to the hotel, chilled for a while, then I had to go on a mission to find a pharmacy to get a brace and some other stuff to just give it some more attention. And so basically, it was kind of freaking out about whether I'd be able to actually race tomorrow or not, because based on how the ankle was, it was okay. It was probably about 70%, and to be honest, 70% to run not a full, a half marathon is asking a bit too much. So I was actually legitimately worried about whether I'd be able to actually start the race. So unfortunately, all of that resulted in my body battery going from 80 to 30, and you can see, there's a lot of stress spikes, showing that my body was pretty stressed out from all the stuff going on, and probably trying to fix my ankle. Got a good night's sleep, watched some WNBA when I woke up, and went outside to the combini to grab something. And then when I was walking, my ankle still felt kind of at 80%, which is still a bit dodgy trying to run a half marathon. So I did some stretching, did some light jogging, and the movement actually helped it, and I'd say it was close to 100%. So I was okay, I can actually walk and run in it now with no issues. So I was okay, I can actually run the race. Checked out the hotel, went to the race, and by the way, at this point I didn't even put my watch on because I was too scared to check what my body battery might have been. But I checked after, and it was at 60, which is not that good to be running a race or doing really hard exercise. Got to the race and started seeing other people, and everyone's wearing the light blue race shirt, which kind of, I don't know, calmed me down. I was feeling kind of anxious before the race while I was just chilling in my hotel by myself, but when I got there, actually my nerves went, and I was feeling actually pretty high spirits and calm and relaxed. I was okay, cool, there's a lot of normal people here, it's not just some super elite race, so yeah, it should be okay. Went in, checked my stuff in, and I was just chilling, feeling good, did some stretches, did a little warm up, jog, and some strides. Used the toilet, and the toilet queues are crazy, after lining up, there was only 5 minutes left to get to the race line, and there was actually still quite a lot of people lining up. So I'm wondering if some people might have missed their time. Got to my block, was just chilling, felt good, felt calm, and was taking photos and video. And I was just telling myself, yeah, remember, since you're at the front, there's going to be a lot of people that are going fast. Just ignore them. Just go out super slow.
それと初めての方はここ標高高いです。上り坂はちょっと苦しくなると思いますけど、楽しんで事故なく最後まで走ります。
The plan is simple. For the first 5K, just go out like pretty slow because there's a 1% incline. So go out like around 620-ish to 555 range and just like relax, breathe, stay calm, and don't worry about the first 5K. And the next 5K is downhill, so during that 5K you can actually try and hit your half marathon pace of like 5 minutes 40-ish to 5 minutes 35 and use the downhill to help. So I was like, okay, so the gun goes off, kind of walking, and then people start going off into a slow jog. Turn my watch on, slow jogging. I look down and it's like 5 minutes and 58, which is where I'm supposed to be at. I'm like, okay, let me just bring it down even a bit more. And so people are just flying past me, but there's a few people in the front who are running the same pace as me. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I'm just gonna lock on to these people and just like chill. There was a few people in the crowd shouting, and I was just ignoring everyone. I was just like breathe, stay calm. So I'm like, okay, this is good. Like following the plan. But then a minute and a half goes and my watch alert goes off, and I'm thinking, oh, why is it going off? Okay, it's probably going off because it's telling me I'm running too slow. Because I'm probably running like 6:30 or something. I'm supposed to be running a bit faster. But then I look down and it says 184 beats per minute. And I'm like, what? Like, how can I be at 184 beats per minute running at 6-minute pace? Like, that's actually, for me, close to impossible. Like, I normally get to like 184 when I'm running at like 4-minute pace or 3-minute pace, like doing all out sprints at the track. So I was like, what? So I slowed down a little bit more, and like, I don't even know, like, my effort, I was literally running at close to no effort. I was putting no effort into running, I was just going super slow. So I was like, okay, go even slower. I was like, okay, fine. Running even slower, and then it went off again, and they said, you're over 170. I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, I don't understand what's going on. But I was like, okay, just stay calm, breathe, and yeah, it's gonna be okay. Kept running, got to the 1K mark, then started to get to the 2K mark, and I noticed that I think it started beeping again, and I was going like pretty slow, and I was like, what is this? I don't understand what the hell's going on, like. So I was like, okay, you know what, just forget about everything, forget about sub 2, just like go slow for the first 5K. Got to 3K mark, and I was looking at my watch, and I think it was showing like high 160s. I was like, oh, I don't even know what's going on. So got to close to 4K, and the heart rate was like just jumping all over the place, and I was actually starting to feel tired for some weird reason. Like my legs weren't feeling tired, but I was feeling like my cardio was like kind of cooked. So I was like, this is not normal. I've never like got to 4K and felt like I was tired, so I don't know what's going on. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna mentally reset. So at the 4K mark, there's a place where you can get water. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop here and do a mental reset and just start the race from scratch. Stopped and tried to bring my heart rate down, but it wouldn't come down. Like, it was taking like a lot longer than normal to come down. And I was like, I think I might be finished. Like, I'm at 4K, I'm feeling weirdly tired for some weird reason, and my heart rate's not even coming down, even though I stopped and I'm walking. So I was like, this is no good. Like, I'm at 4K and I'm kind of finished already, and there's like so much more of the race to go. Like, we need to run 21K and I'm dead at 4K already. So I was like, I started jogging, and even though I was like jogging at super effort, heart rate was just like way higher than it should have been. So I ended up just like having to like, I jogged and I'd have to stop after a K and a bit to try and like bring the heart rate down, and then I'll start again. And then like when it got to the 7K mark, I stopped at the next station to like get drink and pour some cold water on me. And I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna have to actually just end this race right now because I don't actually understand like what's going on. Like, how am I this cooked this far into the race, and how is my heart rate at basically zero effort like this high? So I somehow managed to get to like 10k, the halfway point, and then at 11k I was like, okay, there's no way in the world that I'm running another 10k to get back to the station. And I pulled out my phone and I started like using Google Maps to try and find like a train station so I can just like jump on the train and give up on the race. I was standing on the side of the road, like people were like just running past me, and I was literally like trying to find a station, and I found a station. I got to it, like, because you run past the station, and I was standing near the station for quite a few minutes, and I was thinking to myself, like, there's actually no point in finishing a race because like I'm not gonna get anything out of it. Just like struggle and suffer for another like 10k. Like, my time's already cooked, and I can't even run like continuously for more than a few minutes. But my heart rate being a bit high and me like freaking out, having to stop. So found that station, I was gonna jump on the train, but I don't know, I looked around and I saw everyone wearing like the blue t-shirts for the race, and like a bunch of people who didn't even look like they were that fit, and they were pretty much struggling as well. And I don't know why. I think because of that, it just made me think I can't just quit when I'm not like injured or in a situation where I can't run, because like there's literally something really wrong with me. Like, everyone else is kind of suffering through it, so I have to suffer through it too. So I was like, okay, fuck it, just gonna have to like run, walk, and just suffer for the rest of the race for another 10k uphill and running outside of the shade in the sunny part of the race. So yeah, just like bit down, ran the race and got to the end. But there was one crazy thing that happened. It's like when I got to the 17k mark, I got pissed off, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna full send it, forget the heart rate, forget about everything, just like run to the finishing line and just quickly end this race so I can get some food and go home. Got to the 17k mark when I said this, and I ran for like about 800 meters, and then I saw a guy lying on the side of the road. He was lying flat on his back, and he looked like he was dying, like no joke, like someone was giving him medical attention. He was lying flat on his back, and he looked like he wasn't moving. I was like, yo, better respect the heart rate spikes, like this ain't like no joke kind of thing. Got to the end, posted on Instagram, I got destroyed, and yeah, I felt pretty shitty because like even on my worst day, like I've never been in a situation where I get to a 4k mark of like a long run or something, and I'm like, yo, I'm cooked, I literally can't even keep going. The other day when I ran 20k, I was in pretty bad shape, like my stomach was messed up, my heart rate was kind of spiking, nowhere near as bad as it was today, but I still was able to like run 20k, like, and there was never a part in the 20k run when I was like, I'm not gonna make it, I have to stop or anything like that, like. But yeah, for some reason at 4k I was pretty much just dead on arrival, like there was nothing I can do. So the course is probably a cocktail of quite a few things. Put a lot of stress on my heart and body the day before the race. My ankle, while it was better, I think that the inflammation and the issue with my ankle, while it was fixed to the point I could run, there's a good chance my body was like still like trying to work, sending blood like to my ankle to like deal with the inflammation, which would have had an effect on my heart rate. While I don't think I was nervous, there's a chance that I might have had some race nerves that like I didn't know about but that were there. And one other thing is that I live at sea level, which is like 30 meters above sea, and the race was 950 meters above sea. I'm not sure how much of an effect it has on each individual person, but there's a chance that it might have like quite a big effect on me, and that might have just like destroyed my heart rate and maybe like not be able to run and process oxygen properly. Okay, so to wrap up, a couple of conclusions and takeaways. Guess one, I'm kind of happy that I didn't like quit the race, because that would probably set a pretty bad precedent going forward, that if the race isn't going well, you can just like give up, and yeah, that probably wouldn't have been too good. Like, I guess if you literally can't move, or you're like kind of fearing for your life, or you have a really serious injury or something, then quitting's fine, I guess, but quitting because of discomfort is definitely like not really the way to go. So kind of, I guess I'm slightly happy that I grinded it out to the end. 2, definitely need to go find a physio this week. and I think the main thing I need to check is if there's any actual structural damage or problems with my ankle, because like it almost doesn't make any sense that I can on Saturday just be randomly walking and it gets inflamed, but I literally can't put any weight on it, but the next day I run a half marathon on it. So yeah, it's just some weird mystery that I literally have no idea what's going on with, so I just need to go get that fixed. Slightly optional, but more on the curiosity side, is I'm gonna maybe find a place that does altitude training and get them to put me in one of those altitude masks or whatever and take my numbers, because I'm kind of interested in knowing how much of that heart rate stuff was based on me just not being good at altitude. Like, I don't know, I guess people have different opinions, but like after checking, doing some research with AI and stuff, like apparently there's quite a bit of, everyone suffers at altitude, but then on top of that there's actual individual variability where some people are probably more susceptible to getting wrecked by altitude. So it'll be interesting to see where I stack up, and depending on how bad it is going forward, I might have to like give up on altitude races, or if I was to race at altitude I'd probably have to actually go to the place like 3 or 4 days before and actually like get acclimatized, like just going there a few hours before, and then resting properly, and then racing might not be feasible for me. And in the meantime, probably not running related, but since I've got like a pretty good camera now, I'm gonna start getting back into photography and try and get into some filmmaking stuff. So I might actually post some filmmaking stuff and some photo shoot stuff in on the channel. I'm not sure if anyone's interested, but I think I might actually have like a photo shoot lined up with a model next week Wednesday. So I don't know, I'll see if I can post some behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, that's it. Peace. Thanks for watching.